Hello and welcome to the Evercade Retreat. Gene Joke here, and today I'm adding Nessy the robot to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Nessy the robot could be found on Indie Heroes Collection 2. It was developed by Daniel T Gaming and is an indie platformer for the NES. And interestingly, the original title, which got edited for the Evercade, was Nessy the NES robot. Suffice to say, there is no nostalgia here as this is an indie game, and it's also one I believe was developed in NES Maker, which, if you're not aware, is game making software to develop games for the NES. Anyway, the plot involves an alien invasion or some alien slime things, and Nessy the robot sets out to save the world or something like that. As I understand it, the game was originally developed for a game jam or a bite-off competition for games made with NES Maker, but development continued after the competition to turn it into a full-fledged game. Now, like many of the games off the Indie Heroes collection, this is a game that's made by people who had never made a game before, and the development of it was very much a learning process. And I'll be honest, right off the bat, much of this shows in the finished product. It is a bit rough around the edges, it's not as polished as a commercially released game, but in terms of this ranking list, that doesn't really come into consideration. While I'm quite forgiving of games like this in how I see them, when ranking them alongside other games, they will be ranked accordingly. But my tastes can be weird, so who knows what that means. So anyway, on with the graphics. They're functional, they do the job, they're quite cute and charming I suppose, but they're not the most appealing visuals ever. There's nothing special here, they do the job, there is a certain charm to it as I said, but yeah, they're not great. The sounds they're fine, a little bit unremarkable. The music on the other hand I think is generally quite good. The gameplay, well, it's fairly straightforward platforming stuff. I don't think it was ever trying to be groundbreaking, revolutionary or original in any way, and is entirely meant to be a homage to games of yore, so I guess it achieves what it sets out to do. And the moment-to-moment gameplay is quite well done. It moves well enough, and yeah, it's not a bad little platform game, although it is rather easy to blow through. There's not much challenge here. However, once you beat the game there is an extra play mode, which adds some replay value to it. Overall, it's a rather inoffensive and I suppose fairly charming little indie game. It's absolutely fine for what it is. Keep your expectations low and you'll be able to have some fun with it. It's not one that offers a huge amount to come back to, but I don't think you'll hate playing through it. The thing is, there's quite a few similar games that appear on the various Indie Heroes collections, and by that I mean platform games made with NES Maker or GB Studio that are perfectly functional and they do what they're supposed to do. They might be a bit short and undemanding, but they're fine, and they usually only offer a fairly short experience. But that also means that they don't outstay their welcome. It kind of works in their favour, which is to say I'm not entirely sure about my placement on this list. But as it is, I'm going to place it above Karate Champ, but below Zool, which feels a little bit low in some ways. I mean, I actually prefer the main gameplay of Nessy the robot to that of Zool, but Zool does have a lot more to offer. Anyway, there's some of my reasoning. It's not a bad little game, small, easy and inoffensive, and yeah. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.